Hey guys, it's ERBOI, and today we're going to be fixing a problem with that exhaust right there. Because if any of you guys here are familiar with my cringy old content, you may remember that I have a complete eBay exhaust that goes from a McCann Racing downpipe, or midpipe, whatever you call it, that goes from the header to the midsection of the car. And then behind that, I have an eBay $105 God Snow catback, and then goes to this giant black fart cannon that I painted back here. Now, you would probably be led to believe that the bigger branded one of McCann Racing of these parts would be the one that have held up better over the year that I've had it on. But surprisingly enough, that is actually the part of this exhaust that is now driving me mad. Because while the God Snow catback has actually been pretty good, and I've enjoyed the sound, let me just show you what's wrong with the McCann Racing downpipe. So as you can tell, the flex pipe on the downpipe is currently rattling, which is why on the Sentra forums, they named the McCann Racing downpipe the McCann Racing rattle pipe. And even though I did hear of these rumors when I did buy the exhaust part, it only started doing this to me just after about 8 months that I had it on. And it's really been bothering me, so I do have a really awesome replacement for it. What you're seeing right here is a 3-inch resonated catless downpipe from 2J Racing, hand welded with TP304 stainless steel. And what we're just gonna have to do is go to AutoZone, get a new donut gasket that links the header to this, and then put it on the car and see how it sounds. We out here, boys. And now we got what we came for. So we got the car all the way jacked up. When it comes to removing the old downpipe, it's really not that hard. There's 2 bolts back there. There's the O2 sensor in the middle. Then up here it attaches to the header. Once we get that off, we should be well on our way to fixing that exhaust rattle. Oh, this shit's gonna fall down and I know it. Here it is. And that, everyone, is the McCann Racing rattle pipe, the source of all of my exhaust problems. And as you can see, after about a year of use, my O2 sensor cheat is looking pretty nice. And if you look inside of the pipe, you can see all of those lovely carbon deposits. But if you do happen to want this pipe, since I do think it could be restored if you just replace the flex pipe section or weld something in, then just either DM me on Instagram or send me an email, because I'll let it go for probably something like 40 bucks plus shipping, because I really have no use for it, and if you think that you deserve it better than I do, then just let me know. Now, one thing that I'm going to do before I put the new downpipe on is I'm going to clean up the threads of some of the bolts that I'm going to reuse with some brake clean, because if you want to torque these correctly, you need to make sure that the threads are perfect as they were when you got the bolts, so that way they can sync up perfectly with the threads that they're going into. And now, even though they don't look brand new, those threads are looking as crispy as a snack. Look at that. And now, just to answer some questions that I'm already seeing in the comments down there. Yes, I am using all new gaskets for wherever I'm replacing the exhaust at a joint. And the other thing is, while I still do have the stock header on my car, I have eliminated the pre-catalyst on it. So no need to worry about telling me to upgrade to an aftermarket header, because trust me, I tried. My alternator bolt stripped, and that didn't work out for the best, so I decided to do the next best thing and then just bash out the pre-cat and the stock header, so no need to worry about that. Something that we do need to worry about, though, is that I've officially decided that this time that I'm doing exhaust work, I'm going to do an open header start on my car. And yes, I know I'm going to be throwing some engine codes by doing that, but I don't care. My car is going to sound badass, and it might be the title of this video, so who knows? It'll be pretty cool. All right, here we go, everybody. 2002 Nissan Sentra SER Spec V, open header start. Oh my goodness. Well, I have no idea how well that translated to video, but I can say that my ears actually hurt quite a bit, and that at least in my perspective, the car kind of sounded like a rally car that got its header bashed in. Because one thing that did stay the same with the header completely open is those pops on revs were ridiculous. So bad news is that between all these shots, Riceman had to clean out his AC system, which did cut into my time for filming. And because of that, it means that we aren't able to get the downpipe installed today, but hopefully we can put it on tomorrow. It's just some simple bolts. I got everything I need right here with the pipe and the gaskets. So we'll get back to it then. Hopefully get this thing all buttoned up so that way it's ready to drive. So guys, it is the next day and we are back, and now we have the 2J Racing downpipe right here, and we are going to put on everything that we need in order to get this thing in the car. Because right here, I have my O2 sensor, which I have spark plug defowlers attached to as my cheat to not get any check engine lights. That's going to go in the bung right here. Right here, I have the gasket that connects it to my current catback, which 2J Racing fortunately added with this, including the bolts for it. And from AutoZone, I've got my donut gasket that attaches this thing to the header. So, let's just put it on. Now you want to make sure that this little bitch is in there tightly, because of my last downpipe, it got unscrewed about a couple months after I put it on. So you need to get some leverage on it, really tighten it down. Well guys, for how long and complicated my repairs to this car usually are, putting in this downpipe was actually very straightforward. 2J Racing honestly engineered the fitment of this pipe to this car a lot better than the McCann Racing one, since of course that one is made in China. And now, with everything hooked up, with the O2 sensor in, with the exhaust mount on, and with the exhaust bolted up on both sides, we can finally see how this car sounds. But for some reason I could sense that it's time for something. So, now, it's time for fan mail. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back, ladies and gents, to another installment of Fan Mail with ERBOI. And today, we have another package from our very own Mike J, who, if I haven't already mentioned, has a YouTube channel of his own, Mike J Autos and Stuff, which, if you haven't checked out yet, you probably should, because he got a new car. So definitely ruin that suspense, check it out for yourself. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy it. But now we need to figure out the knife of the unboxing. And for today, that would be this Harbor Freight big badass freaking machete, which I would have to say measures in at being very big. Has a rubber handle that's contoured to the hand, along with the serrated side, so that way you can saw wood with it. And I will say it's quite well balanced for a blade of this size, and it has some good flexibility, which is what you want in a blade that is of this cost and size. So definitely, if you want to hack through bushes or, I don't know, be a murderer, this is a good knife of choice. And while even though the sheath is low quality and unremarkable, now we should see if the cutting is anything like that. I will admit that the fact that I'm already very inexperienced with knives for this segment, and also for the fact that this is not the intended purpose of this knife, makes this a not very safe fan mail with ERBOI, but surely it'll be an entertaining one. Alright, we're hacking our way through this. I certainly hope there's nothing fragile inside. Hey, this is actually working. Now we can look inside the package, and we've got Hot Wheels. Alright, 2016 Cadillac Ats-V. I think that's really neat, because if there's one car that I think has been really looked over in its segment over the last couple years, it's been the Ats-V. Because with all the new versions of the BMW M3, and now with the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadra... Because with the new Alfa Romeo Giulia... Because with all the domination in that segment from the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, I think a lot of people have forgotten and overlooked the ATS. And now moving on to the next car, we have the Mercedes-AMG GT3. Now definitely I will say, the body lines of this car are something to behold. But I don't like the grille. Change my mind. And of course, we have a 2016 Ford GT race car. That looks badass. And let's just not try to remember the fact that Captain Sparkles got one and basically no automotive YouTubers were accepted to get one. But overlooking that depressing fact, we are now getting to the last Hot Wheels. And appropriately enough, it's a Fiat 500. Now, if you've been keeping up with Mike J's channel, you'll know the importance of this. And now, so that way you'll have to check out his channel, I won't elaborate any more on that. Because please, check out his channel. He has a new car. Oh, awesome, we also got an envelope in here, so let's see what's inside. Wow. Wow, this is cool. I can't show this part on camera, but Mike actually got me a check to help me earn my way towards getting a DSLR camera. And now that I'm currently recording with my camcorder, I have to say that that's just really, really awesome. So definitely, shout out to him. That's just really awesome. That's really awesome. Because I haven't mentioned much on my channel, but I do have a Patreon account, which is how I was thinking that I'd fund me getting a DSLR camera. But I still cannot say how much I appreciate that I'm being sent money. And what I will say is that, well, I definitely appreciate the gesture. I think from here on out, I would like to say that for fan mail, I do not want to be sent money, because while I am a smaller YouTuber, and I know that I don't do this for pay, I don't want to make you guys be forced to pay me. So with Patreon, you're free to donate if you're welcome to, but don't feel obligated. It's still just really awesome to see this though. So thank you. But once again, that was another really cool, awesome package from Mike J. Once again, appearing on Fan Mail with ERBOI. And I was happy to take you along for the unboxing journey. Now back to your regularly scheduled content. Alright guys, now it's time for the first startup. So we've got the 2J Racing 3-inch resonator downpipe going to the eBay God Snow catback exhaust. Let's see how she sounds. Well guys, there you have it. No more rattle, and the car does sound a little bit deeper to me. And no, my head gasket is not blown. It is just 30 degrees outside, and that's why my car is sort of steaming out of the exhaust. I'm really liking this exhaust, guys. I'm really liking it. open header start, that's actually a sound that I like to hear. Now I do know that there is some rattling in the exhaust note, but that will be fixed with time as the gaskets set in and as I adjust the bolt torques in order to compensate for not having a flex pipe anymore. But as always, thanks for watching, and peace out.